Alright, hey guys, me again, you know who I am, and today we're here to talk about Umbra and his new stuff, basically. So basically what's changed from, say, Excalibur Umbra from Excalibur and Excalibur Prime is, statistically, he is the same as Prime, as he has the same exact stats, base stats. He also even gets the Void passive, where you get energy when you stand next to a death ball. But he's also got some other things. Like, for instance, all of his abilities, though every single version of Excalibur has a audio and visual overhaul for their abilities. And I'll get to the second one a little bit later. But he comes with Umbra mods, which are basically Prime set mods, and these are really, really strong, and they become stronger when they are together. So that is their set bonus, and that's really good. However, these mods are really expensive, and they come with Umbra polarities, and you cannot make Umbra polarities with Forma. So that's something you should know. And say if I take one of these out, this becomes 500. This used to be 700, though this caps out at 770, which gives me 1,070 health. If I cap this out, this will give me 877 armor, which is fucking stupid with that amount of health. And this Umbra Intensify caps out at 66%. That's pretty nutty for these mods. And they can be put on other Warframes. So for example, let's take Frost. I'll just remove all this stuff and let's add Umbra Vitality as right there. Umbra Fiber, Umbra Intensity. There you go. I can add these to other Warframes. It's just that only Umbra items, like the Umbra Warframe and Umbra Sword, have Umbra polarities, which makes it easier to mod them. His second ability was Replace. Kinda, it's still the same, but it has a slightly slower cast time, but it also removes the resistances from sentience, so that's nice. And that is replaced with this. So instead of holding his Exalted Blade up in the air and making that glow and blind everybody, he makes himself glow and blind everybody that way, which is interesting. So I don't know if you want to have like a faster cast speed, you probably want to have natural talent somewhere on here, but I think this is fine considering what it does, and it's different enough for me to not really mind that much. So in a way, he's kind of better in every single way compared to every other version of Excalibur. He's better, and I kind of feel bad for Founders. Though I think Founders may have gotten a little something in this update, though I don't know what it is because I'm not a Founder. But you're probably wondering, well, what's the gimmick? What's the catch about this Warframe? If he's so fucking ridiculously strong, what's the gimmick? And there is a gimmick with his slightly tweaked passive. If you've already played the quest, you already know that Excalibur Umbra is a sentient Warframe, as in sentient in the literal sense. He thinks for himself. If he's in your line of fire, he ducks, so you can shoot over his head. And if given the opportunity, and if he sees an opportunity to get out of your way, he will go around behind you to get completely out of your line of sight. Alright? And he also uses your mods. He doesn't just suddenly pop out with like unmodded gear. So let's take our level 155 Corrupted Heavy Gunner, and I don't have the invincibility on, but you don't really need it with Umbra. He also procs Operator Arcanes for some reason, but that's another thing. So basically he'll just follow you around if you're not in him, and he'll just attack for you using your own mods. Now the only downside to having him as a Spectre is that he doesn't level up. Unlike other Spectres, Spectres level up infinitely, and they scale, and that's kind of like the trade-off for them not being able to be modded directly. But I prefer this much more, honestly, and I think this would be very, very, very good in Kuva Siphon missions or Kuva Floods, where you can just pop, or get rid of the defenses of a Kuva Guardian, and then he could just blow their face off, which is great. And the only downside to having him is that because of the Umbra mods and the Umbra polarities, since you cannot get rid of Umbra polarities with Forma, he doesn't exactly have mod freedom. So for instance, I only prefer to have one survivability mod. Like, I don't really want Umbra armor in here, but get rid of that. These other two mods get weaker by proxy. And I kind of don't like that because I'd have a range mod where this Umbra polarity is, as much as I'd like to formulate it out or put it back in sometime, these mods are really good to offset that, I guess. Now, Umbra melee mods are a bit different, where sacrificial pressure is weaker than prime pressure point, and this caps out at like 137.5%. Though to offset that, it also gives you a damage bonus to sentience. And sacrificial steel is a much better version of True Steel, which gives you crit chance for your melee weapon. Alright, and all these Umbra mods come halfway leveled up. Excalibur Umbra himself, he is the cheapest Warframe in the entire game to craft. Umbra also has an alt helmet, so yeah, that's what makes Umbra special compared to every other version of Excalibur. Excalibur Umbra is a strong-ass frame, and so I don't know if we may see some nerfs to some of these Umbra mods. I'm not sure, but all the Umbra mods that you get start out, they come on Excalibur and the Umbra Sword and the Umbra Exalted Blade, and they come halfway ranked up, but you need the same amount of endo credits it takes to rank up a Prime mod. So these mods are also really expensive, and putting them on other frames, while you can do it, it's tougher and it takes way more Forma to do. Anyway guys, that's all for me. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.